What if everything you believe about yourself, your mind, and your reality is shaped by something ancient, something hidden in plain sight? Think about this. Two people can experience the same event, but their reactions are completely different. One sees opportunity, the other sees failure. Why? The answer lies in an ancient secret, one that has been passed down through generations, hidden in texts, symbols, and teachings that most people overlook. This secret isn't magic. It's not a conspiracy. It's something real, something that has shaped human consciousness for thousands of years. The most powerful minds in history knew about it. Great thinkers, mystics, and even modern scientists have uncovered pieces of the puzzle, but only a few truly understand its full power. What is this secret? And more importantly, how does it shape your thoughts, emotions, and even your destiny? By the end of this video, you'll have the answer. But first, let's uncover the mystery. For thousands of years, ancient civilizations have spoken about a force that shapes human consciousness. Some called it the universal mind. Others referred to it as the divine blueprint or the great pattern. But no matter the name, they all describe the same fundamental truth. Your thoughts shape your reality. This idea is not new. It appears in Egyptian hieroglyphs, Hindu scriptures, Buddhist teachings, and even ancient Greek philosophy. The Emerald Tablet, one of the most mysterious texts in history, contains the phrase, "As above, so below, as within, so without." What does that mean? It suggests that what happens inside your mind, your beliefs, emotions, and perceptions, directly influences your outer world. The ancient Hindu Upanishads teach that the universe is a reflection of consciousness. The Tao Te Ching describes reality as a mirror of the mind. The Buddha himself said, "All that we are is the result of what we have thought." But here's where it gets even more interesting. This knowledge wasn't just spiritual, it was practical. Secret societies, rulers, and powerful individuals throughout history used it to control not only their own minds, but also the minds of others. They understood that by shaping beliefs, they could shape entire civilizations. Think about it. Why do religions, governments, and media constantly repeat the same ideas? Why do people who grow up in different cultures have such different worldviews? It's because human consciousness is molded by repetition, symbols, and deeply embedded patterns, many of which were set in place long before you were born. So if your mind is being shaped without you realizing it, the real question is, how much control do you actually have? The answer lies in the science behind this ancient knowledge. And that's what we're about to uncover. At this point, you might be wondering, how can ancient ideas about consciousness be connected to modern science? Isn't this just spiritual philosophy? Not exactly. Recent discoveries in neuroscience and quantum physics reveal something fascinating. These ancient teachings may have been onto something all along. Let's start with neuroscience. Your brain is constantly rewiring itself based on your thoughts, emotions, and experiences. This is called neuroplasticity. Scientists have found that when you think a certain thought repeatedly, it creates neural pathways, like trails in a forest. The more you think it, the stronger the pathway becomes. If you're constantly thinking, "I'm not good enough," your brain strengthens that belief. But if you start thinking, "I'm capable of success," your brain begins to rewire itself to support that belief instead. This is exactly what ancient teachings meant when they said, "Your thoughts shape your reality." Now let's talk about quantum physics. One of the strangest discoveries in quantum mechanics is something called the observer effect. In simple terms, scientists found that when they observe tiny particles like electrons, those particles change their behavior. It's almost as if the act of observation influences reality itself. This sounds wild, right? But it fits perfectly with the ancient idea that consciousness plays a role in shaping the world around us. Some scientists, like theoretical physicist Dr. Amit Goswami, argue that consciousness is not just a byproduct of the brain, it might actually be the fundamental building block of reality. And it doesn't stop there. Studies on meditation have shown that people who practice mindfulness can change their brain structure, reduce stress, and improve their overall well-being. Meditation, a practice rooted in ancient traditions, literally rewires the brain. So, What does all this mean for you? It means that your mind has more power than you've been led to believe. You're not just a passive observer in this world, you're an active participant. But here's the catch. If you don't take control of your thoughts, someone else will. And that's exactly what's been happening for centuries. In the next section, we'll explore how this ancient secret affects your daily life and how you can start using it to your advantage. If your thoughts shape your reality, then the way you think right now is determining everything around you, your happiness, your success, even your relationships. But here's the problem. Most people never take control of their own minds. From the moment you were born, your thoughts have been shaped by outside influences, your parents, your culture, your education, the media. You were told what to believe about money, success, love, and even your own potential. Think about this. If you were raised in a family that believed wealth is evil, how do you think that affects your chances of financial success? If you were constantly told that life is hard, how does that shape your expectations? The truth is, your beliefs act like a filter. You don't see the world as it is. You see it as you believe it to be. Let's say two people lose their jobs. One sees it as a disaster. The other sees it as an opportunity to start fresh. Same event, two completely different realities. Why? Because their internal programming is different. Here's the scary part. If you don't reprogram your own mind, society will do it for you. Governments, corporations, and media have spent decades mastering the art of influencing human consciousness. They use repetition, emotional triggers, and subconscious cues to shape public perception. That's why advertisements make you feel like you need to buy things you don't actually need. That's why social media algorithms push certain narratives into your mind, reinforcing the same ideas over and over. So, how do you break free from this invisible influence? How do you take back control? It all starts with awareness. Once you recognize that your thoughts are not always your own, you can start questioning them. You can begin replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones. But this knowledge isn't new. In fact, history is filled with clues about this secret power. Let's take a look at how ancient cultures hid this truth in plain sight. Throughout history, powerful individuals and secret societies have understood the power of human consciousness. But instead of sharing this knowledge with everyone, they often kept it hidden, sometimes in plain sight. Look at ancient Egypt. The pyramids aren't just impressive structures. Many researchers believe they hold encoded wisdom about the universe, the mind, and energy. The Egyptian god Thoth, often associated with knowledge and magic, is said to have written the Emerald Tablet, which contains one of the most mysterious phrases in history: as above, so below, as within, so without. This means that what happens in your mind is reflected in the world around you. But here's what's interesting. This idea isn't exclusive to Egypt. In ancient Greece, philosophers like Plato and Pythagoras spoke about a hidden reality beyond the physical world. They believed that what we see is just a fraction of what truly exists, that consciousness is fundamental, not just a byproduct of the brain. Religions also carry traces of this knowledge. In Hinduism, the Upanishads teach that the self, Atman, is connected to the universe, Brahman. In Buddhism, the concept of Maya suggests that the world we see is an illusion, shaped by our own perceptions. Even the Bible has cryptic messages about this. In Luke 17:21, it says, "The kingdom of God is within you." But here's where things get even more mysterious. Many secret societies have studied and protected this knowledge for centuries. The Freemasons, the Rosicrucians, and other esoteric groups have all emphasized the importance of the mind and the role of human consciousness in shaping reality. Even today, symbols connected to this hidden wisdom appear everywhere, on money, architecture, and corporate logos. Think about the Eye of Providence, the pyramid on the US dollar bill, or the ancient patterns found in cathedrals and government buildings. These clues suggest one thing: powerful people have always understood this secret. But instead of teaching it openly, they've used it to influence the masses while keeping themselves in control. Now that you know this, the real question is, how can you use this power for yourself? That's exactly what we're about to explore. Now that you understand how this ancient secret has shaped history, the real question is, How can you use it to change your own life? The first step is simple but powerful. Become aware of your thoughts. Most people go through life on autopilot, reacting to situations without realizing that their beliefs are controlling their reality. If you've been programmed to think negatively, you'll see problems everywhere. If you've been conditioned to believe in scarcity, you'll always feel like you don't have enough. So start paying attention. Notice the words you use, the emotions you feel, and the patterns in your thinking. If you catch yourself saying, "I'm not good enough," stop. Challenge that thought. Ask yourself, is this belief helping me or holding me back? The second step, reprogram your mind. Remember neuroplasticity. Your brain adapts to what you repeatedly tell it. That means you can literally rewire your thinking by replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. One way to do this is through affirmations, but not the kind where you just repeat things mindlessly. Your brain needs proof, so instead of saying, "I am successful," say, "I'm becoming more successful every day because I take action." Visualization is another powerful tool. Close your eyes and imagine the life you want in as much detail as possible. Your brain doesn't fully distinguish between real and imagined experiences, so by visualizing success, you're training your mind to accept it as reality. The third step, take conscious action. Knowing this secret isn't enough. You have to apply it. Start small. Change a daily habit, reframe a single negative belief, or practice gratitude every morning. The more you consciously shape your thoughts, the more your reality will shift. And finally, protect your mind. Remember how outside influences shape your consciousness. Be mindful of what you consume. News, social media, conversations. Surround yourself with content, people, and environments that support the mindset you want. This ancient secret has been used by powerful individuals for centuries. Now you know about it. The only question left is, what will you do with it? Now you know the truth. Your thoughts are not just random ideas floating in your head. They shape your reality. They influence your emotions, your actions, and the life you create. For centuries, this secret has been known by the powerful. They've used it to control narratives, shape societies, and mold human consciousness. But now you have access to it. The question is, will you use it or will you ignore it? Most people go through life never questioning their beliefs. They let their past experiences, their environment, and external influences dictate their future. But you don't have to be one of them. You can start right now. Observe your thoughts. Challenge the ones that hold you back. Replace them with new beliefs that empower you. Take conscious action. And most importantly, protect your mind. Be intentional about what you consume, what you believe, and what you allow to shape your consciousness. The ancient secret is no longer hidden. Now it's in your hands. What will you do with it?